in perfect sync with BMW's transition away from a focus on enthusiast-pleasing cars. The most satisfying of its iPerformance models also is one of the largest and heaviest, the 740e reviewed here. We were unable to shoot the car we tested for this review, so our photos show a Euro-spec 740e. In the United States we only get the 740e in long wheelbase form, thus the different name. That apparent contradiction is smoothed over by this 7 Series sedan's 322 horsepower and 369 pounds-to-feet of torque, tops among its electric siblings. Curiously, those figures are higher than the far heavier X5 xDrive 40es, which gets 308 horsepower but uses the same 111 horsepower electric motor sandwiched between its identical 8-speed automatic transmission and gas engine, as well as the same 9.2 kWh lithium-ion battery pack. In fact, very iPerformance plug-in shares the component set save for the engine. The 330e and the 530e use 180 horsepower gives inline-fours and share a 248 horsepower combined horsepower rating. The X5's engine is rated for 240 horsepower, while the 740e's makes 255. Weighing nearly 600 pounds less than the X5 hybrid, the 740e is a full second quicker to 60 miles per hour. Its 5.2 second run also is just less than a second fleeter than the 260 pounds lighter 530e xDrive we recently tested and 0.6 second ahead of the 721 pounds lighter 330e, where the hybridized 3 and 5 series models feel punchy off the line only to lose steam at higher speeds. The 740e pulls strongly all the time. The extra zip comes with no discernible effect on the 7's hybridness, with the EPA assigning it the same 14-mile electric-only driving range as the 330e and the X5 xDrive 40e. The 530e's range beats it by 1 mile. Per the EPA, the 740e is supposedly good for 64 miles per gallon equivalent, combined, shy of the 71 mpg assigned to the 330e and the 530e's 67. Yet topping the X5 xDrive 40e's 56 mpg. Like those three iPerformance models, in our testing the 740e failed to enter the same galaxy as the EPA's fuel economy estimates. We saw 28 mpg in mixed driving, 1 mpg shy of the 330e and 2 shy of the 530e but 7 mpg better than the hybrid X5. The EPA's estimate might be achievable if you took short, sub-20-mile trips and religiously charged the battery between journeys.We instead ran through the available electric-only range and relied on hybrid mode for the rest of our commutes, plugging the car in only upon arriving back at the office charger the next day. According to BMW, charging on a 240-volt source takes just less than 3 hours and less than 7 using a standard wall outlet. In our 75-mile-per-hour highway fuel economy test, the all-wheel drive 740e returned 35 miles per gallon, 5 greater than a gasoline 6-cylinder powered, rear-drive 740i's 30 miles per gallon. The fractionally smaller Cadillac CT6 plug-in hybrid scored 34 miles per gallon on our highway test, matched this 740e's 0 to 60 mile/hour acceleration, and boasts 31 miles of electric-only range. The various modes are easy to keep track of thanks to the digital gauge cluster's clear, informative graphics. Unlike many hybrid makers, BMW includes both fuel and battery charge meters that share traditional dial layouts, making them a snap to read at a glance. Consider it a bonus that the 740e drives decently, being nicely compliant in comfort mode and just about perfect in sport. Perhaps because it's so large to begin with and its hybrid powertrain is powerful enough, the 740e's extra weight goes unnoticed, unlike in the ponderous, heavy-feeling 330e and 530e. Each tool isn't exactly fun to drive, and certainly nowhere near as sharp as Cadillac's CT6, but as befits a limo of this type its cabin is silent at speed.Too. The 740e, the best of BMW's iPerformance plug-in hybrids, is so expensive. Its $90,095 base price is $4,600 above that of an all-wheel drive 740i, and the Cadillac CT6 plug-in does the same job better for $14,000 less. But the plug-in CT6 is available only with rear-wheel drive. In addition, the 6-cylinder 740i, which gives up 2 horsepower to this hybrid but is much lighter, still is quite efficient for such a big car and hits 60 miles per hour in a solid 4.8 seconds, regardless of what you compare the 740e to. However, a question lingers: is it the large luxury sedan that buyers are looking for? In a segment that celebrates maximums and making a statement over budget and environmentally friendly minutiae, we don't think the 740e pegs the meter on either measure.